Hi everybody, welcome back to Rusty Gears Season 4, Episode 50 with me, Sid. We are out here in the absolute middle of nowhere. In terms of where we are just up north of this manor ruin, which I can hear a locust, which is just a bit up from this translocator. Now this translocator comes from somewhere up here. I just need to find it. There's a they're up here somewhere. This one. So this translocator comes from another manor there, and then if you come down here, there is a tower, kind of somewhere around here-ish. I think it may be here, which will take you down to this translocator down here. And I came down here specifically because Gran wants some of these ruins, because so I was showing her how to find this particular kind of these two ruins, because she actually wants the wood under. I think she wants the shingles out of them. Now we are doing a good deed to start off today, because I know that there's a definite cave or something down there. I know that Gran is after clay, quite a lot of clay. So what I have got is I have brought myself a whole bunch of crates. I don't know whether she wants fire clay, but I think she knows. But I saw fire clay and I thought, I'm having it, because why wouldn't you? But I do know that what she wants is blue clay. So I'm taking the opportunity just to explore around this area. We're going to kind of skirt around the edge of this desert. We'll see if there's anything obviously ruiny in the desert, but looks to be a ruin over there. May even be a small one down there, although it's probably very small and very, there's a ruin there. There's more desert down here, lots of green. So what I am going to do is I am going to grab a whole load of this grey or blue grey, and we're going to take a load of this, and then once we've got, and I'm going to just keep going. I'm not going to record myself doing all of this. Obviously, that would be insane. You may get a small digging time lapse, but that will be all. And then we'll drop this at Gran's, and that will be our good deed for the day, week, month, year, lifetime. A bit of good karma. They're doing something for somebody else. We've got a lot of things to do, but they're all either really complicated or going to take an awful lot of effort. I never leave home without at least 5 or 6 shovel heads. I think I've probably got about 7 or 8 at the moment in my back box, because that's just the way I operate. So I've certainly got the time and the stamina and the effort and the resources to do it. Let's enjoy ourselves, just have a relaxing run around in the countryside to start off with, and get some clay for Gran. So I'm going to grab this lot and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, that is that one harvested. Now I noticed this had a peculiar colour to it, and it looks very similar to the colour over there. So we are going to head that way. There's definitely locusts in a cave underneath me. So I'm really not that bothered about playing with the locusts. They're not a real threat, but although they can be if you get enough of them and you get swamped, especially individually. The biggest problem with locusts, of course, is that they have a fiendishly small hitbox. No, I've got more meteoric than I need. I'll never use even what I've got this season, I don't think. So So we've got more fire clay. Well, you really should get it all. It's like Pokemon. And in fact, before we do that, let me just go over and check my hypothesis about this blob of dirt over. It is clay, it's fire clay, not blue clay. So I'm still going to get it because, you know, somebody will want it. If nothing else, we'll make bricks out of it. But yeah, while we're out doing this, I'll grab this and I'll grab the next one. And well, yeah, I'll see you in a bit. All right, we are several hours, well, a couple of days later actually. And we have gone from here. We have circumnavigated all the way around here. I left some fire clay up there because I got loads. Did those ruins, did that ruin, came right around here, came down here, I think, if I remember rightly, I came down here. There's some red clay there because I got lots of that now. Went there, dug up some stuff over here, bit of more red clay down there, dug up that. That was a ruin which we visited. Not seeing anything majorly growing as we went round, but we've kind of come around, we circumnavigated that, and we have come back to here, which is the teleporter. And what would you believe, but there is at the teleporter, but there's more blue clay, so we're going to grab that. I've had runs in with bears, wolves, more bears, bowtorn, shivers, you know, you name it, we've encountered it as we travelled around here. So I'm going to grab this blue clay because why not? I don't think there's any more hiding out in the area, but we shall double check because but I'm running a little bit low on decent, well, I've been low on decent food for a while. I've been eating berries for a lot of this journey around. Not seeing any, not seeing much going off down that way. We could come down here and explore a little bit, but yeah, so in terms of that, I'm just going to grab this lot. We have got a lot of clay to drop off for Gran of all sorts of colours. I think it's mainly blue she wants, but you know what, if she's got it all, she's got a choice, hasn't she? That was my thing. I've gone through, I have actually worn out one full meteoric iron shovel in this process, and this is my second, which was epic, so that was good. That's lasting a bit longer, got more durability, and yeah, I've just got this to grab and we're going to head back. So let me do this and I shall see you back here in a moment. Alright, that got it, and that is that. I don't actually have a rune for home at the moment, but it doesn't matter because we're going to start off with just a quick fan overload. Don't know why it does this. How many beams has this thing got? Yeah, not a lot actually. So I can't blame the geometries in here, but yeah, we're going to see what have you got to sell us. Oh, you've got a powered mixing bowl. You got 5 of those. Another meteoric iron. Oh, you got the full cauldron, not the little baby cauldron. One of those. I'm going to have one of those. I'm not worried about spiles at the moment. Mate. And eat a little bit of sliced fruit bread. Need to sort out my food when I get home. I think that's going to be part of today's episode. We're going to do a little bit of cooking. Well, make some sandwiches anyway. But first, let's get home. we go. And well, we're not home. We're now a few blocks north, and that is there, and then home is this kind of direction. Not a million bazillion miles, but certainly not far with a angel belt. I told Gran, when I was showing Gran where this was, I told her to come up here, and she pillared up, and I'm like, there's, you know. Anyway, yeah, let's head over to Gran's. I will see you when we get there. Alright, we are back at spawn. There's our beautiful museum, and let us go. See what Gran's been up to. Now, I'm confident everything on here will be out by the time Gran does it. But we're not going to have a big dig around anyway, but as we know, Gran is making Winterfell, hence why she's in a cold biome. And this is her absolutely gorgeous. I mean, these are missing a few blocks there, Gran. What's occurring? Oh, that I like that, a little split level. I assume that that's down the hill. Yeah, so I really do appreciate it. When you people build with the terrain, it is just simply gorgeous. It really is. The terrain, building with the terrain makes all the difference. And this is, I presume, her latest addition to the thing. So, hello. Well, there's a Gran here. Actually, we can go and give it. Now, the question is, where is she? She's not here at her town, so that means she must be over here. Somewhere. Unless she didn't make it all the way back. Which is possible. Actually, I really should make sure that I'm armed. This is not safe territory around Gran's place. Yes. Feral deers, you know. Where is she then? Where's she hiding? Yum, 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 yum. Where, oh where, if I were a Gran, where would I be hiding? Doing a good job of it, whatever she's doing. Let's nope, no, 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 no. Damn it. There's Cock Robin, so she's not killed him. Let's pretend that didn't happen, and we'll make that a Gran problem. Not answering. I bet she's not got all the way home from when I showed her how to get to the ruin last night. That would be my guess then. Right. Well, I'm going to give it. I think I'll just give this direct to Gran. I'm not bothered. I'm not that worried about anonymous gifts. You know, that's all. Well, it's pointless, really. I mean, there's only about 3 or 4 of us active on the server significantly at the moment, so it kind of limits it down. That will change. Oh, we've gone for cobweb smoke, or oh no, you've gone for proper smoke. I was going to say there's no reason not to have proper smoke in this. So let's see if we can't track down a Gran. I will be right back with you. All right. I went back to see Gran. She wanted the blue clay, and I said, "Where do you want it?" So she said, "Drop it up here." Didn't really include the footage, so anyway, good deed done. Let's head home, and we can see about a little bit of cooking, and also putting the fire clay and the red clay that I've got away, which that in itself could be entertaining because, well, I've got no idea how I want to store it. Probably in a better crate. But this is not my kind of environment at all. Far too cold. So let's head home, and I will see you there. All right, red clay's in. I've got an issue here though. That will store 4,000 clay. I think I need to upgrade that to bronze. So we are going to have a look at better crates, and presumably we need to make a copper first because it's like better chests. So I am going to need a chest, planks, and 4 copper. Do I have a chest? I do. I probably need 2 of them then. And and then we're going to go planks. Let me get 8 planks of some description, or boards actually. Just go with those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we are going to need 4 copper. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Let's get the first one done. Boop, 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 boop. With a boop, 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 boop. And then I need 4 bronze. Might as well get those out. I've been taking the opportunity periodically when I pop on. Sometimes I just pop on just to check on the progress of things, like the fruit trees, for example. And I'm taking the opportunity intermittently just to pop on and have a look. So that's bronze. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one of those. Bronze, and that should have a capacity of, I think, 16,000. Which I think these are 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, that will definitely do. The copper one wouldn't have hacked it. And that's fire clay. So that's now got 8,900 and blur. Same as that. For some reason lots more oh yeah, because it stacks. So, and that now has a capacity of 16,000, which means that we can basically break these and store all the materials of our labour. I don't think we're going to need fire clay at all, much, for the foreseeable future. I'm not much of a fortune teller, but I kind of get this. I kind of get this impression that we maybe don't need or won't need the old fire clay for a while. Don't know why. I'm not sure what's giving me that impression. But I think sometimes the actual act of just going out and bulking up on something is actually quite useful and in some ways cathartic, because you get to have this huge amount of materials which you then can forget about. We'll pop you away for now. That can go away. Right, let's go and have a look at our food, because what I would like to do is go and grab myself some sunflower or amaranth flour. Let's go with sunflower. So I'm going to make 32 bread rolls. That's my first step. I should have somewhere about, so I've got those sausages, but I should have somewhere about, thought I had, did I not? Not there, not there, not there, not there. Thought I had some salami. A chopped turnip. I've got 4 of those. That should make 16. I probably need to go down to the pantry and borrow a few. Yeah, probably. But yeah, let me go over to the spawn. I'm going to go and borrow some salamis, and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, there's a storm coming. I got myself 32 salami though. I've also picked up 32 red currants from downstairs. So I need a bucket. And I need to make myself 32 sunflower bread rolls, or dough to start off with. I should have enough time to cook these before the storm hits, because no doubt, I know with myself and Gran being on, we're probably going to sleep the storm off, so I don't desperately need any of the mob drops. I don't think Gran desperately needs any of the mob drops, so we're probably just not bothered about the mob drops. You know how these things go. I also need some more firewood in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get those underway. Get that lit. So I've got 32 of those. I've got 32 of those. Now, they don't cut. I'm going to go with that. So that will slice up into 4, which in turn will become 4. So I am going to take 2 blue cheeses. That's why I have blue cheese on these ones. And then I need, preferably, I'm going to make way too much, aren't I? If I make 32 bread, it doesn't matter. We'll deal with it. So I need 32, which would make 60. So I need 64 slices of bread. Let me. Making sandwiches is really complicated, So that's 4. That's 16. which will make 8 sandwiches. Okay. So that will make 16 sandwiches. So 2 lots of these will make the hoofer. So I'll part bake the other ones, and that will mean that we can freshen them up by baking them again later on. But we'll get these cooked, and then we just need to prepare the rest of our ingredients. And then I'll have myself a feast fit for somebody who wants to get that as high as possible, because I'm at 26.3 hit points at the moment. I think the maximum I can get is about 27 if I fill these up all the way. But the best way of doing that is with a balanced meal, such as, you know, sandwiches, because I can make a sandwich which is grain, protein, veg and fruit. It's somewhat ironic that we have come for almost full circle here, because in Terra Firma Craft, which is what got me into Vintage Story, I mean, for anybody who's been with the channel since the start, you'll know I did 4 or 5, too many full seasons, probably 5 or 6 years worth of Terra Firma Craft, just solid. And of course in Terra Firma Craft you had the similar kind of cooking mechanisms, and one of them was the sandwich, which was the best way to get a balanced diet. Now the interesting irony here is that the sandwich isn't vanilla to Vintage Story, this is a mod. So yeah, I mean, it's not a massive irony, but it's an irony nonetheless. Anyway, we'll get these cooked, they shouldn't be that long. Nice bit of sunflower bread, which what's the 160 saturation on those? That's good. Sunflower grain is the best grain though, so, or one of the best grains. So I think we're going to part bake these, like I said. So we'll. The other thing I want to do is, and whether we get this done today or not, is I'd like to explore the possibilities of taking a power train down for that, and maybe the automated mixing bowl. We could move. I could take it down for both off of these, I suppose. That's going to be a bit messy though, isn't it? Maybe I put the automated mixing bowl here where there isn't a thing. And then somehow feed in an on-off switch for the both of them. So if I could kind of bring the powertrain out, part baked, there you go. So reason for part baking, because obviously you can see that's only 60 saturation versus 70 saturation versus 160, is you can put that into storage. It'll keep fresh for a certain amount of time, and when it starts to get a little bit ripe, you just cook it again and it resets the clock. Well, at least that's what was explained to me, and I've kind of done that with the fruit breads. So let's see how we go. Getting there. Part baked. Part baked. So in theory, let's take those and put those in there for now. I'm not going to go with chopped cabbage, but I will go with pickled cabbage probably, because it's better. But what we need to do is go and get the bread that I put in there incorrectly back, and put the part baked in, which will keep fresh for 2.4 years. That's the other one's 32 days, but that's fine because we are not going to keep it that long. So then we grab you and we go 1. So that's 2, so each one of these is 2 sandwiches. So I need 64 bread to make 32 sandwiches. And that's all good, and you can eat it. You could just eat it just like that. Then we need to take you 1, and because this is the hygienic way of doing it, you place it on the floor and slice up your blue cheese. Can you not? Interesting. Blue cheese does not play nicely. Need to find a holding spot for that then for now. 1, 2. Let's try it with cheddar then. I suppose blue cheese doesn't slice. Doesn't slice all that well in real life. You know, even. Yeah, there you go. So this should give me, I think, 32 slices of cheese. Like so. So 32 of those, and then I need. Now I think these slice 1 to 1. No, 2 to 1. Okay, so I need 15. And the rest need at home. And with all that in place, the secret to sandwiches. So the secret to making sandwiches that you can that work well in your inventory is uniformity. What you actually want is, let me get rid of you, get rid of you. We need those. We'll top it off with a bit of red currant jelly, cheese on the top, pickled onion, salami, and bread. And if you line it up like that, then it is literally a case of going through, picking up. I don't know whether I can place that down, but you basically go through and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you pop that in your inventory and it'll stack off to one side. And that will give you a uniform sandwich with a very high or reasonably high saturation, 130, 230, 300, nearly 400 per sandwich, but it's a good mix. Right, I'm going to finish this off and answer Gran. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, there you go, 31 sandwiches. I ate 2 because the storm was a bit brutal, but these sandwiches are, I don't know whether I can put them, can I put them down? I can, look at that. That is, there's a small cat rattling at the door going, let me out please. But yeah, let me see if I can't, what did oh no, I'm trying to remember which key did I sit down to. I took off G because it goes on. Sit down is equals, okay. Yes, sandwiches, that is the name of the game. Let's zoom. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. No, I can't. Oh, I want to get my sandwich in. There you go. I'm probably kind of done for this episode. I haven't actually achieved anything. It's one of those episodes where, you know, I don't feel like I've actually accomplished a thing. But I mean, obviously, we've done a good deed for Gran. We got her clay. We got a whole load of clay for ourselves of other varieties. We have got these, and I will work out how to build these in. Now this thing, I can't remember how this looks again. Let me just have a look how that looks. Yeah, you see there is a gap, so I definitely need to hide that somehow. Now my thoughts are, if I put it here, then it's nicely hidden. What we do with this, of course, is, you know, entirely academic. In fact, we'll just stick it there. And then we've got that, so I can then kind of come in and work my way down from here. Because if I look at the map, I think the actual powertrain is down here somewhere. So I need to get down to the powertrain and bring it up, which is going to take a fair amount of resin, a fair amount of other bits and pieces. But that's a thing, you know. It's just one of those jobs you have to do. And this can go there. Lovely meteoric iron cauldron. So I think on that note, we're going to call this one an episode. I am waiting. We're into late winter now in March. So these are still dormant. But if you look, they are all, with the exception of these ones that haven't grown yet, these are all vernalized. Which means dormant, vernalized, dormant, vernalized, dormant, vernalized, dormant, vernalized. Means all of these should fruit this year, which means we should get cherries, we should get yellow apples, we should get pears, we should get pink apples. I think I've got red apples floating around somewhere over here. Cherry tree, cherry tree, cherry tree, yellow, peaches, yellow. No, I've got some red apples somewhere. At least I thought, yeah, red apples. Not many, because I didn't have many to start off with. But if this works, then I can extend this path system further around here on both sides. I'm quite happy to turn the entirety of this mountaintop into a orchard if it means we can get vast amounts of fruit, because fruit means alcohol, and alcohol means drunk and brawling. So yeah, on that note, so thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I will see you soon. Bye for now.